to Say-Na-Swapna. I guess I'm recording this after a month or two. It was in 2025, October, November somewhere that I had recorded my last video. Why it took me so long to record the next one is, as you all know, I'm going through my dental procedure, dental implants procedure, and yeah, it is still an ongoing process. Although in my previous video where me and mom both spoke to you, we did share that it's almost towards the end, or so we had thought. um, Before I begin with this video, I want to give you a few disclaimers. If I do get senti or breakdown or cry or emotional or whatever, just consider that as me being myself and not putting up this mask of bravery and like, oh, everything is fine. If you do not like to watch such senti content, or you feel like, oh, she's just here to just here with another sob story, and I don't know, just to garner views or sympathy and stuff like that, is what some of you might think, then please skip this video. In the month of January, just a week or two ago, we were supposed to start working towards our measurements and scanning of the teeth that are to be fitted above my implants, over my implants. And as you know, the right side of my mouth, the right gums, they were giving me problems, and so we waited for a bit longer than usual for them to heal. Just around Makar Sankranti is when the doctor calls me that we should take a scan measurement of the mouth and see whether the gum has healed and whether we can place the abutments, is what it's called, the screws which go underneath the teeth. If we can fit them and it holds, then we can wait for a couple of days and then take the measurements for the teeth. So I was like, okay. By that time, until the time I went to that for that appointment, it was a bit swollen, yet the inflammation was there. It was hurting a little bit, but not that much. Everything else went fine, the scanning, the fitting of the abutments and all. He did tell me that if it hurts beyond my capacity to bear, he might give me a local anesthesia. It did pain, especially the right side, so I did express him that it's paining. He was like, it's because of the inflammation and the swelling which hasn't gone yet. Even after, I guess, more than 3 months. He did tell initially that it might take me 6 months max to heal, but he was like, we've waited for a good 4 months and it does look good, so let's go ahead with the further procedure. During the scanning, when he was fitting the abutments and the outer screws, it was paining, so I was just holding strong. And mind you, I had very severe anxiety, and I was palpitating my all the time. I was just doing this, and I had tightened up my whole this thing like that, because in my head I was like कि इस बार anesthesia नहीं लेना है, because I know that in the next 2 hours you feel really awkward and your mouth is numb and it's just very not a very pleasant feeling. So during the procedure, he fitted the screws and stuff. The gum which we had bone grafted, while fitting the abutments in the reverse manner, giving a torque is what it's called, even the reverse torque is what it's called, it pained like hell. This was on the 15th of January, just a day after Makar Sankranti. So I did keep in mind to carry Telugu for him. I was like, कुछ मीठा हो जाए types, because I was inside my head, I was like, चलो कुछ तो आगे progress हो रहा है. While I was on the dentist chair is when it just hit me that this day last year, 2025, was when I had gone for my first appointment to start removing the teeth which were not of no use. And I remember having this conversation with my dentist की संक्रांतीच्या नंतर करूया ही अपॉइंटमेंट, बिकॉज मला गुळपोळी खायची आहे संक्रांतीच्या दिवशी. I don't know what I was thinking back then, being in so much pain. Until that moment, everything was going fine. But as he was giving the reverse torque to my one of the right side's ka implant, froze for a few seconds. He was like ki ayo implant is bahir ala. It was literally like that. And that I went numb for a few seconds. I realized that blood was dripping down. I spat it out. चोळा भरली मी. And let me tell you, he is a very good doctor. He has like hands of cotton, literally. इतने light है उनके hands. He is simply awesome. So what happened was that while giving the reverse torque, when he took that device out of my mouth, is the moment he realized it first. मैं तो पेन में ही थी बिकॉज बहुत ज़्यादा पेन हो रहा था इस साइड पे. आई थॉट इट वॉज नॉर्मल सिंस द गम इज इन्फ्लाम्ड एंड swollen. स्टार्टेड palpitating over there. एंड एक तो उस दिन जैसे ही हम गए ना, तब से ही द सॉफ्टवेयर वॉजंट ओपनिंग. कुछ ना कुछ टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम्स आ रहे थे, तो उसमें भी टाइम चला गया था. एंड तब से मतलब ऐसा मुझे कि आज काम हो जाए एटलीस्ट शुरू हो जाए. एंड हो गया वो फाइनली. देन द स्कैनिंग एंड वी स्टार्टेड विद दैट. I couldn't fathom after that what happened. A few seconds went by and then they got on with the remaining process of taking the scanning and stuff and like that. And it was a switch. Just like that, my super sweet, super awesome dentist, he was like, we are changing the procedure of the treatment a bit. We'll go ahead with the measurements of the teeth and all. Implant का बाद में देख लेंगे. It's like okay. He was like, yeah, अभी का हो गया है. I'll call you after a few days. Came downstairs from his cabin. I sat down on the stairs वहाँ पे to wear my shoes. Is when it hit me, मम्मा खूब ठणकते. And in all this, 1-1.5 घंटा लगा होगा. उनके घर से कॉल आया था कि something has happened at home, you need to be home immediately. So he ran. It's very natural. I could sense that even he was a bit tensed, and he might have sensed that about me as well. I don't know. So I called up my dad to come pick me up. Yeah, I just told my mom कि like mom सब ख़त्म है फ़िलहाल तो. I don't know when this is going to. I thought that this would be over sooner. That's not to be though, but ठीक है चलो, I'll go home. And I came home. I just sat on my sofa, and the very first thing I did was I just broke down. I don't know, I haven't cried like the way I have that day. I don't know, like I don't remember the last time I had cried like that. Maybe it was during one of the procedures only कि क्या कर लिया, कितना हो रहा है types में. But that cry was, it was a mix of pain, disappointment, sadness, and a kind of defeat that I felt कि 1 साल plus का इतना सारा go through करना. And I called my maushi, like Tanamaushi, if you are watching this, you were the first person. I literally video called her. I don't know why I felt like that, and म्हणजे मी फुटले होते, लिटरली फुटले होते मी. कदाचित तो वर्षभराचा पेन होतं, सफरिंग होतं. आय रिमेंबर हर आस्किंग मी 3 or 4 टाइम्स, स्वप्ना व्हॉट हॅपन्ड, काय झालं, स्वप्ना ठीक आहे का, लाईक काय. And yeah, in between my crying I told her this is happening. It's like, अरे बापरे, ठीक है, don't worry, you will be fine, you'll get over it. And I spoke to her for a few minutes and I handed the phone over to mom, and then I just sat there numb. And I remember my dad was watching TV, like he came to pick me up. We came home and then he went and sat watching TV. I was bawling, like I don't know how much I was bawling, what it was. Like he literally came to check on me, like ki काय झालं. I just could tell him only two things, like की implant निघून गेलाय, swelling and infection आहे, and I don't know further. Like only I know what I was going through at that moment. And I just checked my phone randomly and my dentist has texted me की टेन्शन घेऊ नका, मी व्यवस्थित करून देणार आहे तुमचं, फक्त स्वेलिंग आणि ह्याची काळजी घ्यायला लागणार आहे. अँड आय एम टेक्स्टिंग हिम बॅक की इज एव्हरीथिंग फाईन ॲट होम, डोंट टेक टेन्शन, थिंग्स विल बी फाईन. आय वॉज लाईक ये चल क्या रहा है दिस. As I said, now I find it funny, but back then it wasn't. And I asked my mom, like, does my face really come with subtitles? Because I remember till the moment my dad came to pick me up at the clinic, I was holding myself really well and my face was absolutely blank. And I understand that you are in a public place or you are in a place where it's not appropriate, to be yourself at times. Yeah, you might call it masking. I was not in denial this time, let me tell you that. Definitely in shock and down and dusted. Like, अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता. जैसे पूरे साल चलता आया वैसे ही इस साल काफ़ी टाइम तक ये चलेगा. And the recent update of a couple of days ago is that we are done with the scanning part. Maybe in a couple of days my teeth measurement and the fitting of the teeth and all will be sorted. I am looking forward to that, but at the back of my mind ये भी है कि अभी 100% चीज़ें सॉर्ट नहीं हुई है. कभी ना कभी हो जाएंगी, so fingers crossed. And yeah, that's that. Recently, a day or two ago, I was talking to one of my cousins who's having his board exams, and I hadn't spoken to him in a couple of weeks rather. So we just caught up and I shared with him कि यार ऐसे से हुआ है. I shared with him कि I wasn't in a good mood because of these reasons. He very sweetly told me like कि अरे don't worry, you will overcome this, because the toughest exams are given to those who really work hard, and you are my inspiration and stuff. For his age, I felt it so cute. So Tanay, if you are watching this, thank you. And to everybody whom I have shared my journey with, all my azubas, ajis, maushis, kakas, friends, students, of course. Because yeah, my students have been also been a part of my journey, and they have been my pillars of support, and they are always like laughing and joking with me like, "Arey tai, cheer up." And so I just want to thank all of them. and looking forward to finally getting this done with, at least in the first half of 2026, and get back to normal life. That's all I had to share in this video. Once again, thank you for being patient and understanding, and if you have related one bit to the pain and the disappointment and the emotional turmoil that I shared with you, um, do comment down below, give me your feedback, whatever you want to share. And my learning for 25 and the beginning of 26 was that it's not a good idea to always mask up. अगर आप strong नहीं feel कर रहे हो तो then नहीं कर रहे हो. You don't need to pretend. I'll catch up with you all very soon with the further developments of what happens with my dental treatment. Hopefully this is the last leg of the difficult journey I have been going through. Hope to see you all very very soon in a better mental space and a better mood, in a better place physically, in good spirits, and something nice to share. That's it. Thank you for listening. See you in another video. Bye bye. Take care.